Humans, delighted welcome. This is the 16th episode of Warhammer 40K Wrath&Glory Dark Inquisitions. We've gathered here in this new year in order to give to you what some would call a cornucopia, a feast, a charcuterie board of heresy in need of smiting. Atomic has been distraught without any role-playing games. Beside himself, he's so ready to smite heresy. It doesn't even have to be like really deep heresy. It could just be jaywalking. He's ready.
Just glad the holidays are over.
Are they?
Yeah.
As you might know, my war on Christmas has already begun.
Dude, my holidays are over till Thanksgiving. Everything is come. Fuck off.
Until December 13th, Christmas is dead to me. You know, speaking of people who are dead to me, Pondo, let's do your intros.
I would, but I'm dead to you.
That doesn't stop you from doing your intro.
I'm dead, so I shouldn't be able to talk right now, actually.
You're not dead to the audience, Pondo. Only dead to Arthur.
That's kind of how death works.
Doing all right. I haven't really done much as of late, especially since Thursday. All I've been doing is hang around in Discord a little bit, chatting it.
Yeah, you've been watching a lot of RuneWorld, along with the rest of us.
I have been playing the Battlesec video game because I actually recently got the DLCs for it, which I've been enjoying the LBX2. It's actually really good. The LBX is actually really good in the game because it's not just two shots as it would be in the actual tabletop game. It's like 10 or 15. I think it's 15. That spread all around.
I think it depends on
actually
the size.
It does more damage on a single target if it all hit, or at least five or four hit.
All I'm saying is that in the very near future, Pondo's just gonna be like, hey guys, I came up with this really good LBX Rifleman build. Man, the Rifleman sure is a great mech. And I'm gonna be like, no.
I'd do it.
I remember in, what was it? It was MechWarrior Force Mercs, the Solaris Arena, doing like, was it LBX or whatever, just to do like a whole bunch of them, just run up and hug something and just hit it point blank range of those and just absolutely just demolish it. It's easy money.
The LBX is basically a shotgun in mech form.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it was.
It's the exception is in the tabletop game you can switch between slug and shot, which I can't wait to use the LBX-10. I should have used it for this past fight. But I figure it'd be a lot better if I had more, was less ammo dependent. It wasn't. I was just shooting heat, apparently. Well, that's been my week.
Okay. Sid Alpha, how's it going?
Well, it's been going quite well in the past 44 or so hours since we've seen each other last. Battletech was a lot of fun. I am still alive. I'm going to hold on to that. It might only be for one or two more rounds, but I'm still alive.
Look, I've been trying to kill you intentionally for 4 seasons. I only target you in every combat, and anytime you're available on the ground, I instantly shoot you with every weapon on the battlefield. So
I mean, this is true. That's how you get those sweet extra single XP bonuses. You got to get those pilots out of their mechs. Yeah. It's been a good weekend so far. Played some video games, played some chess, won some games, lost some games.
Look, and chess, I always find using
a little bit more.
I find using the Benetti's defense to be the best chess move.
I prefer just to crush them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I got. Not much, not a whole lot. Public side has gone on the past couple of days.
Okay. I understand. Look, correct me if I'm wrong. I understand that you are looking at a silver YouTube button.
I'm waiting eventually once YouTube finally gets around to reviewing my channel so I can actually get the code to submit to try and get the silver play button. Then I may one day hopefully be able to get a silver play button. But YouTube moves at about half the speed of smell when it comes to things like that. So I have it could be months and months before any of that happens. But yes, I did do it. For anyone who didn't catch up on Thursday Battletech stream, my YouTube channel's at 100,000 subscribers now.
That's a number of
Pretty dang
subscribers.
awesome. That is a number of subscribers.
So powerful.
God, I remember.
See if you can get to the gold button before you get the silver button.
That would be amazing.
There have been a few people that have gotten their gold ones for the silver ones due to just red tape.
Yeah, I think pretty soon I'm going to have to start hounding Team YouTube on Twitter, because they said it's supposed to take 6 days to review the channel, and it's been a lot more than 6 days.
It's been like a couple weeks, hasn't it?
Granted, there were holidays in there and stuff, so I was willing to give them a little bit of grace. I'll give them like another week before I start pestering them about it.
One of my favorite things is somebody's made a parody. It's like Honest Team YouTube, where it just shows up and just shits on people.
Yeah,
I love it. It's great.
I love that.
I love it. That account. Whoever's doing that's doing a great job. Just as effective as actual Team YouTube, but bring some humor to the situation.
Yeah. So they should just take over.
I mean, really, they would be if I would argue they're more effective because they provide a morale boost and they get just as much work done. So,
Yeah, that's about all I've got going on.
Okay. Atomic, how's it going?
Let me tell you what, man. I'm so glad the holidays are over because one, I love my relatives, don't get me wrong. But I was so glad when they went the fuck home. Because I have like Southern Baptist relatives, right? And I'm just like, anybody's lived in the South, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just, yeah.
Bless their heart.
I mean, like, I love my grandmother especially. I love her to death. But we say that my grandfather was like that was his sole purpose in life, is to deal with her bullshit, because everybody else just cannot stand her after about 20 minutes. And he's just been dealing with her for, like 60 something years at this point. It's like that man was just, that was his destiny, just to deal with her bullshit day in, day out, does not give a fuck. I had at least one game over the holidays. My Friday night 5e game, which isn't streamed, was still going on pretty strong because they're a bunch of nerds who stay at home. But it's good to get back in the swing of things, because I've run out of stuff to watch. I run out of, I'd say stuff to do, but I walked into my local game store the other day. I was like, oh yeah, man, I need some of these. I need some Vallejo airbrush to make some like pre-mixed airbrush paints that are pretty dope. And I walked out of there with Chaos Sorcerer, some Raptors, and a fucking Knight. I posted a picture of, as is tradition. James knows how it goes. So I got all that sitting around, but I'm forcing myself to finish my Vengeance battle box I got for Christmas before I start in on the night. So I just have some Terminators to finish, and then I'll get working on that. So it's gonna be pretty fun. So that's pretty much all I got there. I mean, really, other than playing a little bit of D&D, I haven't really been doing a whole lot. I mean, watching your RimWorld streams, pretty much. From what, Colony 3 now? 3?
The first one failed. Number 2 made it off, so yes, this is number 3.
Okay, so still
we've started the countdown to go to space.
Yeah.
There's no stopping there.
I haven't caught all of them, but I've caught quite a bit of them, and I just essentially just wait until you're like, man, I could really use some 600 steel.
Yeah, I know, it's very helpful. Unlike the guys,
heavy metal.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, in the last episode, there's like 2 different people that were sharking around. They were like, nothing interesting's happened for a while. How about I don't know, someone in your colony has a heart attack and dies, and also robots fall out of the sky and begin chopping your people into pieces, and
Yeah.
then there's a tornado.
I'm just really amused that I'm like tertiary colony medic, but I'm also chief butcher. It's like, that's just got to
Oh,
be
listen.
really reassuring to somebody.
Listen, I put you in that butcher room all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
think
honestly,
I have the highest
if
cooking
you
skill
would,
at this
if you
point.
could never leave, that would be optimal positioning for me.
Yeah. Well, it helps that like as soon as you did that, like 5 minutes later, I gave myself like fast learner, so I just started like upping that cooking skill real quick. So I kind of just painted myself into a corner, but it's something different. Usually, I end up being like the guy that's like fully robotic and has like a million shooting skill and whatever. I end up being that guy, but whatever. I'll take being backup surgeon. So whatever. It's kind of cool little plug-in. I mean, it's something to do. I usually don't watching RimWorld is like after a little bit, unless it's like the highlights of shit's going down. It's like okay, whatever. But at least having something to do, at least feel like you're contributing a bit. So it's been doing that pretty much, just that and drinking a lot of whiskey while waiting for the holidays to be over. So it's pretty much me, ready to kill some filthy heretics.
I'm afraid that they all showered before they showed up. I mean, it is a festival, after all. One does not show up to a festival in one's less than best.
They're spiritually unclean.
I mean,
that too is questionable. I mean, can one really say that the Emperor's spirit is truly clean?
I mean, man never wanted to be worship as a god anyway. So I mean, you're all doing it wrong as far as the Adeptus Astartes are concerned. So the Black Templars, because fuck them, they're weird.
Speaking of Black Templars, let's talk to James.
Hey, it's actually relatively close since I've been working on Imperial Fists. There's a relation there. I actually managed to get some more stuff done over the holidays. So today is the last day of my summer vacation before I go back to work tomorrow. But I was hoping to get more painting done. But actually, because the Avalon Sunset color from GW, the spray, they discontinued last week. And that's what I've been using as a base for my Imperial Fists. And so they discontinued last year, I should say. And one of my 2 remaining cans ran out yesterday. So I went to this huge panic trying to find anywhere that actually had some still. And every store in Sydney is completely out. And no one will ship it because it's a spray can. And I did find one store which had stock. So I drove to that store on the other side of Sydney and bought every can they had left.
Did they not have like a replacement that they've rolled out?
No, they haven't. They retire color sometimes. Like you still got the Avalon Sunset pot, so you could make up an airbrush with it, for example. But I just find the rattle can easier to use. So I managed to pick up 6 rattle cans yesterday of Avalon Sunset. So I'm hoping I should be good with my Imperial Fists going forward to get them finished. But
tell you what, Vallejo needs to wait, and every time GW discontinues a spray color, they just need to release a primer in that color. And
they actually, because when they discontinued the glazes, someone pretty quickly worked out what mixture of different Vallejo inks would make up the same color and same, I guess, effect as the GW glazes. So
there are a bunch of spreadsheets and posts like threads on Daka and Bolter and Chainsword and stuff where people have figured out like the closest equivalent to, like instead of using lead belcher, I use Vallejo has an airbrush paint that's I think it's called oily steel or something, and it's almost like it's you just can't tell the difference, and it's just ready to go through. I could get 2 bottles of that for still less than what I would pay for one thing of lead belcher spray, and I can put it through an airbrush so I can use it inside because it's acrylic.
Yeah, my problem right now is that I paint in my garage, and it's been so freaking hot here. Like yesterday was the hottest day ever recorded in Australia, or in Sydney at least. Anyway, it hit 121 Fahrenheit yesterday. Whereas today it's back down to a cool 80 Fahrenheit.
Well, it doesn't help that half your country's on fucking fire either.
And it's most of the country around me too. Like it's I think there's 2 fires within 3 miles of where I live at the moment, but they're not major ones and they're under control. So. But it's the main problem right now is it's so hot and it smells. You can smell the fire everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But I managed to catch up on the BattleTech stream. Getting back to BattleTech, quite enjoyed that one on my Friday, your Thursday. I was going to say, because usually I only respond when someone says, well, ask James, what's this rule? I'll usually go and post about it on Discord, but. I find that and the same applies with this game. Difference between a tournament game and what we're doing here, where it's like a narrative mixture of RP and wargame.
What
I
you're
think
saying is that I'm often wrong. That's
what I'm saying is it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, there were so many things wrong in the last episode, but at the end
oh
of the
boy,
day,
that's that kind of premium content that I like to deliver.
that's right.
But listen,
everything worked.
I'll get
You know?
someone clip that. That is gonna go in my new channel intro.
I think the key thing is we're usually consistent if we do it this way.
Oh yeah, being consistently bad is something that I sell myself on.
It's
Absolutely.
it's the consistent thing in my life.
It's
It's
the first rule of sport is that bad decisions go both ways. So, I mean, at the end of the day, everything that you did fit the narrative. Everyone had fun. Didn't slow down the game while people were book diving. So, what's the problem?
That apparently all the rules are wrong. Apparently, I should have made a lot more piloting skill rules over time.
Oh, but people can watch. Plenty of people do like BattleTech battle reports. If all you want to watch is hardcore BattleTech tournament stuff, you can do that on YouTube already. Like, people. At least I watched the BattleTech stream, and I hope people watch this Warhammer stream to see a story supported by a war game.
I've tried to watch some of the BattleTech battle report stuff, and it's just very dull and boring.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like watching.
That's weird because there have been a lot of requests for me to take all of my old episodes and delve them down into 30-minute clip shows where I then narrate over everything that happened and just do like, clip. I'm not going to do that. That's way too much work. 1,000 hours of work.
If you like this stuff, though, go ahead.
There's a couple of battle reps I watch. Like, I think there's one channel they do that's like 40-minute battle reports or whatever. They literally just remove like all the dice roll because they just assume that the people that are gonna watch that know. Okay, Space Marine is they assume the stats, and so they just cut as much of the dice rolling out as possible just to condense everything down. It's like they explain that okay, these guys are attacking that guy. It's like, oh, we just assume you're gonna know, and then they'll let you know whether how many died, but whatever.
Yeah, play on tabletops 40K in 30 minutes is great, and it's got that sort of that esports style voiceover of commentary. It's a lot of fun to watch that one.
I really like theirs.
The editing has got to be substantial. They've got a team of guys doing it and doing the editing as well. So,
but I mean, they're picking up a lot of subscribers and people really into that. I mean, while I like back 5th edition, I love the close to 2 hour like mini wargaming battle reps. Like the 30-minute ones are just so much nicer. Really at this point, like
it's a mixed bag for me. Some of the longer ones are nice. It depends who the people are and how interesting they are.
Yeah.
Other times, if it's someone that I don't like, I have to shut it off.
Yeah. Well, like I watched, I don't really watch a lot of RPGs or games online, but like I watch the WebDM guys, I watch their stuff, and I'll be glad to sit there all day. I'll watch a 4.5 hour video. I don't give a fuck. But I'm watching a battle report. I'm like, condense it down as much as possible, please. I just, it's almost like sports highlights. Like you just get tired of just hearing it.
Well, I watched their playthrough of the Alien RPG this week. That was a lot of fun. I was keen to see how the new Alien RPG played out, and I think WebDM had their video of that, and so I checked that out, and that was a good game to watch. But it was like 4 hours still there.
Oh yeah. More. I'm just getting into watching Land Between Two Rivers, which is Jim Davis's custom like homebrew like post-apocalyptic whatever thing, and it's really fucking good. I forget just because he just reads so much fiction and then brings so many elements, of stuff that just it hurts my brain when he explains some of the concepts, like how far out he goes to come up with good ideas for some stuff. I'm just like, what the fuck? Which I guess he spends a lot of his time doing, but still, it's like he does that and he's a full-time job and he has a kid. And it's like, what the fuck, man?
I know that feeling very well.
I struggle to do one of those things. It's like he's sitting here doing all of it and still has a great outlook. I would be like, I'd be fucking hating everything. So, I mean, more power to them. They put on some good shows. I really like their stuff, and they put out a sweet t-shirt too. So.
Okay. Got anything else going on?
Nope.
Okay.
Looking forward to killing some cornate heretics.
Look, on my end, can you really call them heretics? I mean,
yes.
If at the height of its power, the Emperor and the Imperium were unable to defeat the Chaos Gods, it would imply that they are the stronger force, and that in time, all of humanity will die out, leaving only the thirsting, echoing laughter of really, really, really thirsty gods. Like
I mean,
Slanesh, so thirsty, incredibly thirsty.
I mean, there would be Tyranids as well that tend to cause problems. And the orcs, which are always just thorns in the sides. Really, the Tyranids and the orcs are going to be the few races that are left. And obviously, chaos. You can't really kill off demons.
I'm gonna just shout out for my Necron boys there, the true champions of the universe.
true champions of nap time.
The Necrons do their own thing.
Look, man, when the Necron and Tau join forces in my fan fiction, they end up becoming the most powerful force. Imagine with me a Tau piloting a Necron. Boom. Nailed it. I know, you're amazed.
Now I'm imagining Arthur writing Necron Tau / fiction.
Yeah,
He's probably already have.
It would probably involve phrases like, I ran my finger along its cold exterior, but I could sense the warm heartbeat inside. Do we have anything else to discuss before we get started? I mean, we're not as Star Warsy around here, but there have been other things since the
I
last
finished
episode.
Watchmen last night. Watchmen was great.
Well, okay.
The 2000.
The series, the TV series.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know there's TV series out.
It's well, it exists, is what I'll say.
I liked it. I quite enjoyed it, and it follows the continuity of the comics, not the continuity of the movie.
Yes.
I re-listened to the first 3 books in the Eisenhorn series, which are good. It's still as good as I remember, and then I'm working on the 4th one right now, which they preload like a lot of the short stories that Abnett wrote before the 4th one, because they at first it's like, oh, this is a jumble of just randomness, and then you had learned little things in those short stories that lead into whatever. The 4th book is just weird. I'm like, I don't know, 3 out of like 9 hours into it, and it's just weird compared to the other 3. Just saying a lot. It's really, what else I've been doing.
Okay. Let me write down the time for those people that skip introductions. Wow, this has been pretty short. This is like an atomic level introduction right here. Friends, you may know that we are people that gather here to play the 16th episode of this show. It has literally been like 28 days since the last episode. And even then, I think it's been some time since we've ran a real combat in the system. So just bear with us while we shake it loose. I think that this might even turn into a multi-episode thing. So let me just go ahead and load the map in a second.
So, Beans, this episode is literally 28 days later. This is going to be a zombie episode.
Wow. Sid
Don't
Alpha,
give him-
everybody.
Don't give him ideas, Sid.
Sid Alpha, everybody.
There are canon zombies in this fucking universe.
Yeah, that Nurgle.
Yep, plague
No one
zombies.
wants to fight Nurgle.
Wow, this is cool looking.
Thanks. I designed it all myself. It took an
Oh,
hour and
boy.
a half. It was a thing. All right. So, obviously, it's going to take a little while for you guys to set your characters up because we don't have a lot of space here. And
All right, we place them at the very top.
no. You're coming through the gates. The mysterious gates right here. What I mean is your character sheets and your dice and all that stuff. I don't know how or where you all want to do that. So we're going to get all of the technical stuff out of the way before I begin describing the map. If you guys want to figure out where you're placing what. This is the campaign cards starting with Pondo, Sid, James, Atomic.
What was the order?
What the shit? You're first, Pondo. Pondo, Sid, James,
Oh.
Atomic.
All players may ignore up to tier +3 DM penalties until the end of this round. Oh. That'll
I
be
guess,
useful.
guess we put our stuff, you know, where our spot is. Right? I mean,
Where's our spot? That probably work.
Oh boy, James, you have the darkest power of all, really.
So I have the successes
Is
metered
it
in
one?
blood.
Yes, that's what you
Am
have.
I
I'm the
making
one
my
that summons
success?
enemy reinforcements to get us some extra wrath.
hmm.
That sounds not great.
Actually, I'm okay with this card.
Why don't I have a spot in this table?
Yeah, mine got nixed as well. But I'm just gonna go roughly where I usually go, kind of.
Wow, there's not a lot of colors on this table.
All right, then everybody gets 2 wrath. Kid's over here trying to take my side of the table. That's fine. You go wherever
That's
you want to.
because it's my side. It's where my name is.
Shh.
Put my stuff where my name is.
Sure. Pondo, you're going over here. I'm gonna give you your 2.
Oh, hey, you got the one card that I used to avoid the explosion that I was stuck in entirely.
Comic.
That was a nice card to have at that moment. All right, the building explodes. Huh. Like,
You'll need 4 ruin for yourself, Arthur, somewhere as well.
I think I did put them somewhere. But it was probably, oh yeah, they're over here. With
there it
my
is.
some of
Good
my
old
reserves.
Lycus.
What's happening is that AP is going to be cursing the players for most of the stream. Audience, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. All right. So I'm going to describe what you all are hearing as you come down, but allow me to outline what's going on with this map to begin with. You'll be entering from this side through the gates. As you might remember, the Festival of Fists takes place underneath the bar called the Planetarium. It is a officially sanctioned Imperial Creed event. Whoever is in charge of the event sits in this seat up here, which is called the Skyfather seat. It has some vague tones to it that might mimic the Golden Throne. Obviously, it's nowhere near as massive and is carved out of stone, but it has been, in some measure, artistically recreated to offer the Skyfather a seat with which to watch the proceedings. These containers here are all giant sacramental wine vats. Every meter around it, there's another tap so that, you know, hundreds of people might be able to get a wine somewhere in this facility at any time. They're currently glowing with what I will call warp fuckery, but there are 4 fighting arrangements on the floor where runes have been carved, weird Solomonic circles and sigils that represent a fighting ring where people would normally punch each other in for this event. Currently, there's some real dark warp shit going on in those locations. These are not buildings, burned out buildings. I didn't have anything that I could get to represent stadium seating. These are all bleachers from which people, civilians, are watching the events or waiting for their turn. Currently, these are all filled with scared people. The stadium seating is what you might expect from a Roman Colosseum done in the Imperium Gothic way. So people are like hiding behind the 1 foot tall seat of this thing, and then further and further. Yes, it is a work. Listen, I'm working with what I got.
I'm just saying, I
Atomic.
recognize it.
I'm working with what I got.
Fucking, I don't know if it's Nefarians or the one from Blackrock Depths.
So, there are several friendly forces on the map. These Imperial Guard conscripts are not Imperial Guard conscripts. Imagine, if you would, farmers who brought their gun with them to the local fighting tournament, who are now desperate to defend anyone in the area from evil heretics. They do not wear armor. Their guns are not very large. They're not firing bolters. And they are desperately hiding behind either piled corpses or this rubble. So not actual sandbags. There's also a group of what I will loosely term militia instead of conscripts on this side of the map. You're also going to find that there are two different types of cultists. The ones who are on top of these structures are all carrying auto guns. And the ones who are on the ground are all carrying auto pistols and knives. All of these cultist members you've previously seen. All of you have observed them. They are the members of Zetar Gilweed's Arbites and Arbite Candidates group that you saw at the Sam's Weapon Emporium.
You killed that guy, right?
We're gonna go back to him in a minute. You shot him in the back of the knee with the shuriken launcher.
Yep, that sounds about right.
In the center of the fighting arena, there's currently some weird warpy shit going on. So there's your normal, flaming things, sending out flames in order to provide thrilling entertainment. But there's like a weird misty shroud and emanation of fog preventing anyone from seeing what exactly is happening in the central arena right now. The final thing to note is that these flames are quite real. If your character passes through that area at any time, they will take environmental flame damage. All right. Is there any questions about what we're looking at on this map?
No, not at the moment.
Very well. I hope that we enjoy this and it doesn't turn into a huge disaster. If I recall, when last we met, there was a man whose right knee has been completely sliced through by a shuriken launcher. In the process, he was in a full run, so he slides face first along whatever the Imperial version of concrete is along the side of the road, screaming in pain as he does so, clutching at his right knee as he rolls around on the floor.
I'll turn to Kalrak. I have no questions for him, but I didn't want to kill him without running it by you first, so it's up to you if we still need him for anything. But he's clearly
remind me, do you remember exactly what we overheard him saying?
He was making catechisms towards the blood god on the way. Like he started off with sort of imperial prayers.
Right.
Once he realized he was on his own, he started to venerate clearly Khorne.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember if there was anything I actually heard him saying.
I mean, certainly I'd want to communicate with the others that, it seems like this is actually, it is what we suspected. Basically, this is some sort of ritual of the brass throne, and do we want this guy any longer, or is he time to die?
Yeah.
So let me be clear. You guys were stalking him, but at some distance, if I recall. You got close enough to hear him making these catechisms, but now that you've basically revealed yourselves by shooting him in the knee, he calms down and says, Wait! I want you to tell your boss, no, we won't join him. Your master. I know who you are.
I'm gonna crush his face with my boot.
As you begin stomping your way towards him, he says, Chaos will never be united here. Your master is a fool. We will reign. And then
I'm gonna curb stomp him. Enough of your foul heresies. Pathetic.
Still, we've learned that there's a third faction at play here.
Yeah. Ilden, Vox, Lycus, and just essentially just be like, he's exactly what we thought he was. He's been taken care of.
Brutally, I hope.
Some part of his face and teeth are now lodged within my ceramite boot.
Excellent. You might want to get that cleaned out.
I'll worry about it later. There's more to kill. I do want to search his person though.
I mean,
no, I
he
guess we
had-
already searched his person.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
you,
right.
he
Yeah.
has
Got all his
everything that you
possessions
allowed
there.
him to leave with.
Yeah, I remember now. Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and,
so you get a standard
I'll just-
issue Arbite sidearm.
Okay, and then I'll just, I don't know, throw his body in an alley somewhere. If there's a dumpster, I'll just hook it in that, and then we'll just go.
It's a bloody drag to get it there too. You know, there's
That's
some
fine.
goopiness.
I don't care.
All right.
And then we'll just regroup with the others. Start making our way towards them.
As you do so, a kind of eternal light begins to come out of the ground near the planetarium, like a laser being fired into the sky. There's no heat coming off of it. Doesn't seem to be burning anything, but there is a beacon of light traveling to the sky that has somewhat sinister purplish coloring to it.
So it's not just like those big spotlights before a football game or something.
Yeah, no, it's definitely some weird shit.
Well, it really is, but just, more
Yeah.
warpy and
Well,
chaosy.
there's something kind of like that in the Space Marine video game where some warp fuckery starts going on. It's just a giant purple column with like lightning arcing out of it and shit. And it's like, oh, that's not good.
We should hurry.
Indeed, we should.
You make your way to the planetarium. The upper restaurant / bar area is completely empty, and you can see that the sealed door down to the Festival of Fish Chamber is open. Making your way down the stairs, you find yourselves coming to this archway. On the platform, you can hear a voice talking that says, "That's right, Deacon Roderick. It is time for you to be sacrificed. Your death will allow the ritual to proceed at even greater haste. All of you, hear me. I am no priest of your wretched ecclesiarchy. You are but numbers in a administratum vault. Crush beneath the heel of the Imperium. Fight alongside us. And join us in freedom, true freedom, to use your skills at the maximum effect, to be who you really are." And then you hear a sick crunching noise, and from out of the fog, you notice a man in ecclesiarchy garb. He doesn't have any weapons or armor. He appears to have just been caught by surprise. His throat has been removed, but the spine still intact. At that moment, the glowing ritual pod, the battlefield over here, these cultists toss more civilians in, and you can hear one of them saying, like, "Convert, befall to chaos," and like one of them is just like, "No, please, if you don't, I'll do whatever you want. You praise his name," and he says, say the name," and someone just like, "Corn," and as he does, the floor turns purple, and he turns into a giant chaos spawn.
Oh, I'm gonna spell it out for you.
Friends, please decide how you would like to disperse yourself within 6 inches of this triple gate area. Anywhere within 6 inches of a pillar is fine.
Is there line of sight between the pillars, or is it like a tunnel?
No, it's not a tunnel. It is pillars, so you can see, if you are inside the pillar areas, you can still see out, and you have what one would loosely term cover.
Okay.
The 6 inches? That's not 6 inches. Well, that might be. No, not good. That's where the ritual. What's the ritual happening?
There are 5 rituals happening.
Okay.
One in each
Guessing
of the
there's
4
one in the
areas,
center.
and then the center area, you can't see into it. It looks like there's some sort of obscuring fog. Only by being on top of the championship plate will you be capable of seeing whoever's in there. Whatever
It
is in
looks
there.
like we can't actually can't actually place ourselves underneath the pillars, even with
Yeah,
the tight turn.
it's one to
Yeah,
go.
that's
over
what I
top.
was. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I think you can turn auto raise off. You might be able to. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't have an edit thing. Weird.
Yeah, it looks like they're solid. When I try to push it down with the auto race turned on, it's
All right. Sorry
it's
about
like
that.
it's like they're three dimensionally, not actually a gap. So I'm just
But
putting myself
I
on
was
this
gonna
side.
say, if we just put ourselves on top and then you just look at it from top down and
Sure,
just
that
say
works for
we're
me.
inside. I mean,
Okay.
Wait, 6 inches from this back one.
I think it just sits 6 inches from the.
6 inches from any of them.
No.
Okay.
Can I get up, please? Need to spawn a ref die.
Sorry, I saw you say that earlier, but I was busy
Yeah,
monologuing.
I forgot about it too.
You're going to
Oh, wait,
stand directly in the
that's-
fire. That's
That's
wise.
fire. No, that's
Very
good.
questionable choice.
Actually, I mean that is definitely placing your faith.
As
in
you're
the Emperor.
approaching Lycus Santoro here at the Imperium, you should note that there are 4 ropes, 2 at each column, that appear to, like, they shot something up there, you know, one of those typical hits up there, and then they climbed up the side. So that is available for you if you want to climb those ropes.
How much would it take? Like 6 feet of movement?
You move up the ropes at half speed, or if you want to do one-handed while firing, 1/4 speed.
Okay.
You know, if you want to do some reverse repelling tactical shit.
Well, first thing we need to figure out where do we want to head, because I mean,
Yeah, please take a moment to tactics for yourself.
Well, I was planning on heading towards the center. Because I don't know if it'd be a great idea to head towards the chaos spawn.
well, but heading towards the center, I mean, then you're surrounded on all sides.
That's true.
So I think I would.
I feel like we need to
I was
take
gonna
out the
suggest
guys.
counterclockwise, just because if we start moving to the right, that one moves us away from the giant chaos spawn, and 2 we just start clearing out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, there's probably could be more that spawn.
I
as we go
mean,
through.
yeah, but you know, it's something.
So how are we going to be able to shut down these portals?
Do these guys actually have plasmas?
No.
No, he said auto guns. I figure
Okay.
if we kill the guys by the portals, probably the best way to prevent them from throwing more people in.
Yeah, there's probably some.
Which do we want to start with? The ones are
I mean,
east?
yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
And then just start going counterclockwise. I think Eshairr and I have the furthest range. I'm at 72 for the stubber.
Yeah, I think my highest was 48.
Yeah.
Mine's 150.
Yeah, 48.
Show off.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like a sniper rifle or
Specifically
something.
made this map so that people who had sniper rifles would be able to do sniping, since all of our previous combats have been like, we're 5 feet away from each other. So anyway,
Well,
I start
Sid
blasting.
wants to give
Well, that's
me-
like, I mean, I had an assassin in a Dark Heresy game. It's like, 250 meters of range. I think the furthest I ever shot something was like 45.
Well, Sid wants to hand me his las gun.
I will make a point to. What do you have for
Hand you
sidearms?
one of my weapons.
What do you have for sidearms?
No, it's a pain. No, I think I'm actually fine.
Only if you promise to give it back.
Just trade him a
Absolutely.
sandwich.
Okay, I'll let him have my las gun.
All right. I imagine that one of you like goes into a tactical roll, the other one throws the gun. Lycus catches it as he comes out of the roll and comes up with it, and we get the helicopter cam around him as he's holding the gun. There's like a lens flare of the shine off the end of the barrel.
As I activate the
No,
flashlight
Lycus isn't
mode.
that cool.
Wow. Wow.
stood in front of Terminator.
Or like I
said, "Come
just
at me, bro."
slam the gun into his chest. Don't break it.
Well, now I'm gonna break it.
He's not an ogre, and I think he'll be fine.
All right.
All right.
So I'm in relative position.
Yeah,
You
I'm
guys are
gonna-
ready to get started then?
Let me
Yeah.
know if you guys want to do like multiple actions, and I can activate that Tears of Jaw.
Well, let's start with you all making a corruption test first.
Yay. Corruption is fun.
Resolve?
Difficulty 3.
Resolve.
Yep.
Well, I'm probably going to fail miserably. So that's
Do you use a
fine.
rat die as well?
Yes, you do. And the wrath dice is important.
So important.
Let's see. So that's based on
I
resolve, right?
passed with flying colors.
Conviction.
Yeah.
I
Which
have
is it resolve or conviction overall?
4 successes, and the rat die has a 6. I think lowers the difficulty.
We're rolling resolve or conviction.
Conviction.
Okay.
Oh, is the conviction?
Yes. Making a corruption test to use conviction.
How much do you gain if you fail?
Well, I got
well.
only 2 successes, and that was a 6 on the wrath die.
1.
All right, I got.
Oh, 6 on the
Well-
rat die. You gain.
No, 6 on the wrath dice decrease the difficulty by 2.
Oh, well, then you're perfectly fine.
Oh,
I got 3 successes and no critical failures.
I gained
good.
2 corruption because I critically failed.
Fantastic. So good. Have you reached the next level of the temptations of the warp?
No.
Damn.
What I will do though is I'm going to use my card of Insane Bravery. I'm immune to fear and terror for the rest of the scene, but I do gain 1 corruption point and I get a glory.
That's fantastic because I'm about to ask everybody to make a fear check because of that chaos spawn.
She'll know no fear.
But yeah, Kalrak doesn't give a shit. Everybody else needs to make one of them bad boy fear
Uh,
checks.
I'm gonna.
Is that resolve?
And we get a glory, by the way, for the other
Of
part of the card.
course, I don't know where we want to put glory. I'm gonna store glory up top here.
That works.
Oh, I could add a glory, couldn't I? Because I got
What's the
it's 6 on rat die, and then I had 3 successes.
Okay, so
what's
we're
the
rolling for
end of the fear
resolve.
test?
Fear test versus this is 5.
Yeah, I figured with warp fuckery involved that
Is it resolve?
that'd be worth it.
Fear is when a character encounters fear, test by
Resolve.
rolling resolve.
That's gonna be
Great. So I only have
Difficulty's
3 in
5?
this.
Yes.
okay.
I got a 6 on the wrath die again, and no other successes.
I have 1 success.
Who are you and what did you do with Sid Alpha?
You want to? Yikes! Even re-rolling would probably not help you that much.
Not really.
It's not that bad though. It's only a +1 DN when attacking or interacting with the source of fear.
Yes. Or someone can make a leadership test to make someone
remove
immune
that.
to fear.
Can I give myself a leadership test?
You can attempt it on your turn instead of doing something else.
Okay.
Being immune to fear certainly could be a long-term investment.
Yep.
You have to think about, carefully managing your actions. Your portfolio is at risk here during these troubling times. Who knows how the market will respond to changing conditions, notably warp fuckery.
Mhm.
Sid is just like, what? What is the market in this case? And I'm like, the marketplace is fear. The marketplace is
No.
fear. Marketplace of terror.
This is a bad analogy.
No, I think it works great. Friends, so did anyone I'll have to have you guys keep track of your own fear. Yes. If I recall, in these combats, you all go first unless I use some sort of dark power, which I will not. I do, however, gain 1 rune at the start of the turn because I'm a bad dude with bad dude powers.
Yay.
Unless one of you guys want to go, I'll go ahead and go.
Go for it.
Go for it. You gonna go full auto?
Oh,
This is gonna be a long fight. You should not.
no, I only have 2 reloads.
I mean, remember that you can still kill multiple cultists with a regular shot.
Yeah.
Assuming each of the cultist groups are a mob, Arthur?
Yes, each of the cultist groups are a mob. Or a troop or whatever. Yeah, they're a mob of troops.
I'll fire my
But
bolt.
full auto.
I need ammo.
I'm gonna jack slap Antipho.
I'll
in a
fire my
second.
bolt pistol into the cultists. I roll a number of die. I'm not
Sorry,
sure
which
range,
cultists
but
are we talking about?
the one right here.
Very well.
Are those conscripts friendly?
They're friendly. Well, they're
As
not
far as
unfriendly.
you know, they appear to be defending the people around them.
Okay.
My
I'll worry
enemy's
about the
enemy is still
flashlight.
just this guy.
Okay. All right. So I'm not in close range. So I'm just rolling 8 die. Skill. Yes. 8. 5.
Did have a question. AP, you said I picked up the Enforcer handgun. Is that just like a hand cannon or?
It's whatever
It's like a
the
basic
smallest
bitch
pistol.
pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hand cannon. It's like the basic bitch pistol.
Kalrak is like, all right, I'm gonna try wield pistols
1, 2,
this
3,
turn.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I only got one
9.
pistol.
I have 9 successes.
Let's see. Fellows, as we might call them, have a defense of 3. So that's gonna give you 1,
I have
2,
3 exalts.
3. Jesus Christ. I think you can hit all of them if you use all your exalts, right?
Yeah, so basically, with a mob,
5,
each
7, 9.
exalted after required, basically is an extra guy killed if you don't need them to actually make the hit roll.
Correct. Then, if you want to, if you kill this first guy, you will kill all of them. He will wipe out the whole party.
That would be beneficial. I do. And it's
That
10
would be an
plus
efficient use.
1 extra die.
So you just roll the extra die.
That is
nice.
a
Plus
6,
2.
so it's a so 12 damage.
12 damage. Let's see here. He has a wounds of 1 and a soak of 2, so he's super duper dead. Oh, sorry,
And
he's got resilience, right? Yeah. All right. So resilience removes 6 points of that, so he's still super dead, even if he chose to soak. Yes.
So this is like the
Bob-
Indiana
Bob's can't
Jones
soak.
thing with all the guys in a line.
What
Just
happens
fires one
is
bullet.
Lycus shows up and is like, so anyway, I start blasting. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah,
And all
So
these
start
guys are like,
blasting.
dying.
Well, look, cultists, they're not very well fed. They're very emaciated. Their bodies are not very good at stopping projectile weapons.
These cultists are all arbites. They're jacked. But they're jacked as
They're
fuck.
not so jacked that they can stop explosive rounds. That are
True.
blessed.
Rocket-powered explosive.
Well,
rounds.
not wearing armor doesn't help. Anything else from,
Well, I moved. a
Lycus
shot.
McCree?
I didn't declare any other action, so I can't do anything else.
Very well.
So these guys are gone.
What? Oh, I thought you were shooting at these guys over here.
No, I was shooting at these guys.
Very well.
I'm nowhere near the other guys.
Yeah, I think I might have got things reversed. Yeah, you cover this area with the bodies of the dead. You hear someone shout out from the other side of the Sacramento wine barrels. Like, people are popping over and, like, firing pistols sideways. And they go, who are you?
Say it.
Lycus Centauro.
Say it. No,
Who the
say
fuck
whole
is
thing.
that?
Say the whole thing.
Are you
The
a
hero of
friendly?
the- Yes.
Say the Emperor. Say you like the Emperor.
I like the Emperor.
Okay, he's good. He's good. We could see the guy. He's like in his mid
You have to tell me if
50s.
you're a cultist.
He's wearing like a straw woven hat. He's got on overalls and a button down shirt, and he's like, "Okay, everybody, they're cool. The new guys are cool."
Are you a cultist? You have to tell me if you're a cultist.
Good. Now grab those weapons that those dead guys have, and you can use them to help fight.
No, listen, you're gonna have to make a leadership check to force them to do that, because they're no, we're not going anywhere.
Okay. Die.
Should make a leadership test for that. succeed
1,
brilliantly.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a success on the rat. 6 on the rat die.
Very well. They start talking it over, and someone's just like, "Well, their guns are better than ours," and somebody's just like, "We could use their bodies for cover." And he's like, "All right, this guy seems pretty legitimate, and I think that's a Space Marine over there. So, all right, okay, cover us."
Left. I thought I was using explosive rounds.
Just you know, turn those guys into gibbets.
Whatever giblets are left, I guess. Just start making a mound.
It's like have you ever seen people like shoot like Play-Doh or something, just massive craters.
For my part, you guys are gonna mob up Antipho. I think they're just gonna get stuck in there. Speed of 6, which I think is gonna put them. Oh, maybe not. Is there like a charge thing where they can go extra distance to stab somebody to death?
I think if you can do a charge attack, you make a melee attack at the end of a thing.
Yeah, charge is a full-on action, which lets you move your regular distance and then attack with a bonus, but it doesn't actually increase the distance you can move.
Okay, so none of that. They're gonna have to walk forward and shoot him. Very well.
I'm gonna move my shit over by you, James, if I knock anything off.
Like,
Sorry.
Yeah, them trying to get stuck in on me would not be a good idea at all. That would be a very bad idea.
What they could do, Arthur, is they could do a double move then attack, but they beat a +2 penalty to hit.
No, they're they're in a bad enough spot as it is. Do they get any bonus for multiple people firing? I think it's +1 for every extra 2, right? Something
That's
like
right,
that.
yep.
Okay, so looking here, we got 5. Have to spend a ruin to get troop salvo, huh? I got ruin to spare, so I shall do that. Salvo gives me extra dice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're firing on auto, which means you expend your clip ammunition.
Yes. 5, 6,
What about
7.
this
Is there
thing?
something for being close range as well, like +1?
Yeah, for point blank range.
Okay, so we're looking at 8 with salvo. Go ahead and get some heresy going on here. Got dice I can copy and steal.
I've got a nice little brick of dice right here.
These aren't chaos colors, but I will accept them.
Black Legion colors.
I'm looking at some straight up bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that looking for you?
Your defense,
Versus
bro.
defense.
Versus defense.
My defense is 3.
Okay, so I hit and I have a extra, which I'm gonna bump up to an extra ED. So I'm rolling 7 plus 2 for 8 damage.
Does nothing.
Your resilience exceeds 8.
I have resilience of 6 and a soak of 5.
Where it's resilience is 6 plus his 4 for his armor.
Oh yeah. My armor. That's right.
You're sure that? Yes,
6,
okay.
6 plus 4, 10. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So they come charging forward, firing their auto pistols at high speed, and we're talking emptying clips, so you could see them like pressing the release of the magazines, fumbling to bring out more magazines. The bullets are just deflecting off of you. Ching, 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 ching.
I think Antipho just turns to face them and just smiles.
Very well. That will cover this cultist pack. Please, friends.
1 man Gatling gun.
Would anyone else like to go next? Or would you like me to return fire on these?
I was actually going to suggest you might be better off taking on the guys that are up on top of the thing in front of you.
That's
Because
what was
I can easily
thinking.
take out those guys that are by you, but the ones on top of the with the auto guns, well, they haven't acted yet either. So if we take them out before they act,
Well, if he doesn't, I could just hose him down with a heavy stubber too.
Let's see. Why am I... Sorry, I have to check this real quick in case it's day job stuff. Thankfully, I'm not the first on call guy, so I can ignore it for a bit.
Sounds like a hot steaming cup of not your problem.
Yep, that's a giant steaming cup and not my problem. All right, so yeah, I'll fire on those guys up on the platform there
Very well.
with my hot shot volley gun. I will not fire in burst mode.
Holy shit! Is this the first time?
This is
but you
the
do
very
get plus
first
I actually
one
time.
think it
for
is.
being point blank range.
All right, so So this is ballistics, right?
If you're not moving, you can
It's been
take
a
an
while.
aim action too for an extra dice.
Yeah, I'll take an aim action. So that'll give me nine dice, 10 dice. So let's find some dice, I suppose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lycus, I'm going to borrow your dice.
Sure. Could've just asked politely.
May I please borrow your dice?
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right.
That's the sound of a man who cursed Cottontail's dice.
All right.
One,
so
two,
we
three,
got
four,
1,
five,
2,
six.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits.
You require 3 to hit. So you will hit 2 targets.
All right. Can I shift up for an additional?
That is the
That would be shifting up.
that
for
is the additional. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I've got a 10 plus 1 ED with an AP of -2.
Well,
So I'll roll
where's
that.
the it's a 4 then? Right,
So
insta
that's
kill.
11 damage.
2 of them as they are turning to shift their auto guns towards you. You could see I'm assuming it has a bolt on it for some reason. Like he's picking the thing up and preparing to fire, and you hit him, and somebody else gets hit as well, and they go, and they fall back, windmilling, doing the what's called Wilhelm scream.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
The Wilhelm.
They are gonna fire back at you,
Antipho
Antipho.
starts muttering how he would have been able to kill them all if he'd used burst fire.
I'm gonna spend a ruin to salvo with the autogun. So I'm looking at 5, 6, 7, 8. Rapid fire brings me up to 9. Close range brings me up to 10 dice.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Sure.
Do you need to spend ruin to salvo with a mob?
Yes.
Yes, you have to spend ruin to salvo. Ruin for troops.
I guess yeah, because they don't track reloads, do they? So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's enough. That's enough for a
Hit.
shift.
And that's a 9 damage, which is still not enough. These guys also spray, and I forgot to give them another dice for aiming, but that'll be another time. They don't even notice the 2 that go down. Their entire focus is spraying unlimited amounts of ammunition at Antipho until there's a clicking noise, like, and the bullets begin fiddling with their guns, pulling out magazines.
you can't aim and spray.
Oh, you can't aim in salvo? Very well.
That
Friends,
makes sense.
It does make sense.
it is your turn.
You're gonna
Go for it, Atomic.
push, or you? Well, I guess I'll take out those other 2 guys up top, right? I mean, if you've got those guys on the left,
Unless you want me to do them first, then you can see what you want to kill afterwards. Like if I can leave 1 or 2 left and whatever, you can work out which one you want to kill.
we could do that.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a multi-action. First, I'm going to activate Chameleon.
Fantastic. I love this.
So, more dice. Yeah, what's that? Is it a 5 or it's a 5?
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough. Okay. And then I'm going to full auto my combat shotgun into the group in front of us.
Oh,
That's right. I forgot you had the shotgun.
good.
Tell me more, tell me
salvage-
more.
Salvo that. All spread is good
What's-
against mobs, isn't it?
It's a little
Yeah.
unfair that
Hmm.
I don't get a full auto, but so
What's the DN to hit them?
It's
3.
right?
3. Okay, so it's a critical hit as well. So that's automatically one guy killed.
You know that scene in Expendables where Terry Crews is walking down the hall with the automatic shotgun? Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun. I just
God,
want to
yeah.
imagine that with Eshairr.
I get a ruin for having a cultist slain by a critical hit.
Yeah, the rest. I mean, we can work it out, but the rest will definitely be killed because shotguns. Any damage that kills one automatically overflows to the next until you run out of damage. And then I've also got 4 unused wrath icons. So
Jesus.
Yeah, okay.
They're all
Resilience is 6. Wounds is 1. So all you need to do is deal 1 damage
yeah,
past
the base
6.
damage. The base damage is 9. So it's before even rolling. So
Yep.
that'll kill 1, overflow to 2 more.
That's
This is
it.
spread.
They're all dead.
So no free action. I drop the shotgun.
Okay.
For effect.
Drop the
Uh,
shotgun
Is
to
that the
pull out
mic
another
drop?
gun.
I don't know what to say about this.
As Eshairr drops the shotgun, reaching for another weapon, you just see it falling with smoke just coming out into the barrel. Very thematic.
I'm gonna borrow one of your dice real quick. Your boy over here has razor sharp claws as it begins moving forward. It could take a double move without any issue, correct?
That's it. Yep.
Okay, so it's gonna go 14.
You guys want to kill that fast.
Yeah.
As it moves directly towards Dan.
Then we got crack missiles.
I don't know how much armor that thing has.
That's it for it. You guys are up.
All right. So you take those other 2 guys up top, or go ahead and start laying into this ugly son of a bitch.
I'd be going after probably the chaos spawn.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna lay into the chaos spawn with the heavy stubber because when Ma Deuce speaks, everyone listens.
Very well.
So what's my
Defense is 2.
Yeah, they're easy to hit but hard to wound.
yeah, that's what I figured.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And then that's 10 plus 2. So that's what, 17. Or is it? I
You
don't
using a
remember.
crack missile or the,
No, I'm using the heavy machine gun.
the heavy
So you have
stubber is
+1 to the damage.
11.
Okay.
It'd be 11.
Yeah. All right. So 11.
I'm going to soak. Probably need to spend
Say, keep in mind, do you still have that arc pistol?
one for the soak runes. Yes.
Maybe needing that.
Okay.
From memory, they have a shitload of shock as well, so they can soak for days.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. What this is for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I soak everything. So I take 3 points of shock.
So it has a resilience of,
Yeah, it's a lot of soup.
Resilience is 9.
Resilience of 9. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. That's at least decent.
Okay. Anything else?
No, it's a,
Has that expended all of your turns?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. These two groups are going to form into a 8-person troop. These two groups are fighting with each other. The cultists are threatening people. They're, like pointing guns at them and telling them, like, come here, or join us or die, basically. And they're taking weak counterfire from these militia troopers, one of whom is killed in the process. These cultists also begin making the move. 6 or 5? I think it's 6. Yes. Okay. As ordered, these troops over here attempt to go gather up chaos adjacent weaponry, but they're not going to get far enough. They're just still under cover. These two guys form a group and begin threatening people, come here or die. These cultists up here are firing into the crowd of bleachers, killing people, as are these groups up here. Whatever is happening inside, you have no idea. It brings us around to the beginning of the next round, wherein I gain a ruin for having a chaos spawn on the field. Friends, you are up first. Please make your choice wisely.
Do we want to crack the Tears of Eshairr? That way we can do some multi-actions?
Yeah, I mean, it's also nice you can do it at a time when it gives everyone a penalty, like if you turn the lights out, for example, but I don't think we have that ability right now, so it's not a bad one to utilize.
So that way you can help chew away at the chaos spawn potentially, and the other people over nearby. And the other question is, to disrupt this ritual spot, do I need to use an action?
You will need to investigate it first to determine how it works. That will be a psychic
chalk.
mastery test.
Just kick some dirt over the chalk line, it'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I got like 4 in that. It's the one skill I don't.
You could, let me say
Just
this.
start drawing smiley
If you
faces
don't want to
on the
make the
symbols.
test, you could just smudge stuff. But who knows what will happen then.
Yeah, I'd rather not do that. Okay. So I'll go ahead and spin the Tears of Eshairr. So that way we ignore 5 difficulty number mod penalties.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys tier 3 now? Didn't that happen last episode?
No, we're rank 3. Rank 3. But
Oh,
tier 2.
rank 3. Okay.
So
All
5
right.
difficulty numbers, so I'm going to double move, get into the circle. I'll investigate, and I'll
Make a psychic mastery. Normally it would be at
I
what,
was going to
minus
take another -4.
right? But you ignore that because this is your third action now, right? And you ignore up to 5, correct?
Yeah.
That's what Tears of Eshairr does. So
I
What was
think
what was the first action?
move, then double
double
move,
move.
then
Double move,
investigate.
okay,
I think if I want to take a shot at the cultist. No, that's best.
If you do so, you will not be ignoring the 6 penalty that will be there.
Yeah, I'd be taking the penalty.
You'd have a 1 penalty.
I'll just stick with that for now.
I'm curious, how do the Tears of Eshairr come into play here? What do you do to embolden the rest of your group to take a whole fuck ton of actions all at once?
I mean, given that Ish is an elder goddess.
Yeah,
It's
Lycus?
essentially, it's like-
Yeah, Lycus? Tell me more.
How about a rousing speech?
Or can I throw in a suggestion?
Please do.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, this is about the Eldar tragedy. So potentially, this thing is being watched psychically from afar by the Farseers as they sort of try to influence through the warp.
Oh, some
scheme, the
Destiny
fate
shit.
everybody involved here. That's it. Yeah.
Every step that you take, you feel as if you were meant to take this step. Like there's something like when you bring your foot up, it is as if 1,000 Eldari maidens help force your foot forward. Ghost maidens, of course, like Force Ghost maidens.
Right. Okay, so psychic mastery.
Yeah. Difficulty 4.
Okay. Hey, I got it.
Okay. You know how to disable this. You also know that if you do not disable it correctly, it will backlash some corruption into you.
Oh, that's. How do I disable it?
Basically placing counter runes on top of runes. You know, the name of the Emperor, ecclesiarchy approved procedures and Acolyte, like you would know. You know, scratch some things out. It will take its own action in order to do that, however.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Would that be another? Can I do
There
that
won't be
now?
any tests to do it, but it will take an action to do so.
Yeah, but it would have taken 1 dice off your ability to investigate, though, because when you work out the actions you're taking, the penalties apply to
Yeah.
every action.
Okay,
They don't accumulate one action after another.
I will leave that be for now.
very well. So that's everything?
Yep.
Okay, so the question is, do we want to spend? Oh, I'm going to glory anyway. So yeah, it's
You have a
point-
glory.
Sure.
You
point
do.
conversation.
One.
Oh,
You
we
have
do.
one.
Okay.
I think we
The
have
question
two,
is,
'cause
do we
I
want to
coulda-
spend 1 now to take an action before he does? Just in case we want to try and put some hurt on something that's going to attack us first. Like I'm suggesting that Antipho put some hurt on that chaos spawn before it gets too close.
I would recommend.
Mm-hmm. So can
So-
I move, aim, and fire?
You can move, aim, and fire, but the penalty you'll get from multi-action will be worse than what you'll gain from the aim.
Yes. You would lose a die instead of gaining a die.
Okay, so just move and shoot.
Yes.
Although, because of the Tears of Aisha, you actually wouldn't lose that die because you would ignore the penalty for multi-action.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
So,
it works for everybody.
move, aim, fire.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Shoot and scoop, baby. Shoot and scoop.
Tell me more.
Let's see. What
In
else?
fact, let's get some. Why don't you also add in 3 dice of cold shot as well, just because you've got the extra
Sure.
DN you can ignore.
Yeah. What's our movement rate? Is it 6 inches?
6 inches.
For us Humies is 6.
Okay, which still keeps me well within range for my arc pistol. So aim, called shot. I can't remember what called shot does.
So basically, for every 2 you increase the DM by, it increases you. It gives you 1 extra damage dice if you hit.
Okay. So let's see. So this
Are
is-
you aiming or are you cold shotting? Because it's gonna give you some.
They're
good-
both. You can do both.
Right, but the difficulty threshold
Is
that you're
being-
pressing up against is going to happen eventually.
is being negated.
Right,
well, you can
until you
negate
hit
5.
5.
Yeah. So if you did 4 DN, which you'd ignore, that would be an aim with a cold shot for +1 AD damage.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay. Looking to hit defense
let's
too.
see, So 8, and then the aim gives me a 9, right?
Yep. You're not within half range, so you're not within point blank.
Nope. Yeah, because the range is 24, so I'm not within half range.
Now, do you have terror towards this thing as well?
I do.
So it'll
So
be
it's typically 3 to hit.
yes. I don't think it'll be a problem.
Well, it's +1 DN, so we can ignore that as the final of the 5 DN. So
Sure.
The thing actually did come in.
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, you can upshift both of those.
I
Yep.
will upship both of those.
So those 2 plus the cold shot gives you 4 ED total on your base damage.
It's AP -1.
Yeah, it's AP -1.
AP -1
Oh.
won't apply here. It doesn't
not?
have any armor.
Still reduces
So,
resistance.
Still resilience. Oh, interesting. I thought it only did
Oh, actually, tell you might be right. Sorry. Yeah.
clothing.
So I don't think I
I'll be
got
wrong.
anything. Any more
You have
damage off
plus
my ED.
2 from the force.
So it's 16.
Right.
16
So
damage.
Minus 1 doesn't-
16. Yeah.
This
Okay.
AP doesn't apply.
That means I need to. That's 7 past the point, so I will attempt to soak using ruin. 6. I soak 1. Jesus, that's real bad. Shock is 5, and I will take 6 points of damage. So I'm now mediumly damaged. I think heavy damage is the word.
So you should be minus. You should be plus 3D on all actions. So 1 for the shock he's gotten, 2 for the wounds.
Gnarly.
That was a good shot. Good use of the card. Thank
Yeah.
you, Pondo.
You're welcome.
You say -3 to his actions?
I believe plus 3D into whatever he's doing.
Sure. Gonna move next. I have to determine his weapon this round. He mutates. He now has a grasping tendril. So his claws reform into like just each claw becomes its own weird octopus tendril. He moves 7 and then moves again. Get up in there and is gonna grasp at Eshairr. Reaching between and easily swooping on her. All right, so his difficulty increases by 4, 3, so it's plus 7. What's your defense?
So my base defense is 3 plus 2 for my archetype ability, plus 1 for chameleon cloak, plus 1 for the chameleon ability. Should put me on 7 base.
Okay, so he almost certainly can't hit this.
Well, Jimmy.
So what's that? A 14?
6.
You need a lot of sixes for that.
I did get a lot of 6s, including a critical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So still not good enough. Do I still draw a Wrath card?
No.
Okay.
Still got to hit.
Right. He gets in there and he googles towards Eshairr. Also, you get a +2 for your cover as well.
Oh, yeah. So those things only work because of cover, basically. Yeah, so you're right. It would actually make it even harder.
Yep. You guys are up?
All right, so I'm happy to go last now because what's attacking me has done so. So, say the Lycus, or Lycus has already gone. So, Kalrak, do you want to go?
Yeah, I can. I guess take those guys up at the top of the pillar out, right? I mean, that's
Yeah, that'll probably be a good idea. They haven't gone yet.
yeah, already there. So I sure will bring the old M2 on the target and shut those guys. Those guys for reference.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Yikes.
That will hit.
Man, it's just nothing special.
But you're only going to kill one of them.
I think it's better.
If you deal enough damage, which you almost certainly will.
Yeah, it's 10 plus 2, so probably. Right. That's fine.
Yep. I mean, that's it. He's dead, Jim.
Yeah.
You fire up there. The two guys are reloading their sidearms. For their turn, that guy's going to finish his reload. So he can fire again next turn. Back to you guys.
You can shoot and move, right?
Yes.
I think it's just me now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to disengage 4 inches. Can I move between the pillars? Okay, so probably down there. And then I'm going to take a half action to pull out my sniper rifle, half action to aim. Then actually, before that, I will take another action to move further. Next to Kalrak, and then I will aim and fire. And
look at 8-inch move out here.
Hey, Kalrak moves further than me. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, I do move 9.
Well, Kalrak's like 2 feet taller than you.
Well, I
Yeah,
get
it's metal
7 from Astartes, another 2 from cybernetic legs.
All right, so that will hit with 2 upshifts.
It's currently looking at defensive 4.
Defensive 4, is it?
Yeah, for its cover.
Oh,
sorry, but it is. We haven't had to do this yet. You have a +2 to hit because of super giant size.
Okay, no worries. Well then,
So
plus
you can
2
roll
dice,
2 more
plus
dice.
plus 2d.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
You still have to hit a 4 though, which you more than certainly did. Yeah.
Okay, well then
Look at
that
those
actually-
extra dice. What a value!
Yeah, that's
In
3
this
extra dice.
economy, I mean, another upshift. Oh boy.
Yeah, another upshift. Yeah, thank you. Screwing myself with the sniper for the sniper trait effects damage. Like you said, we haven't combated in a while.
Yep. I'm there with you.
Yep, I know it definitely adds an extra dice when aiming. That's an extra damage dice equal to the rating, so 2 more damage dice. So that gives me a total of base of 1 plus 3 upshifts plus 2 more is 6 extra damage dice. Which were all terrible.
You
But
got
that
2 extra points.
it is, well, it's not enough to wound it. It's 11. Sorry, 12 damage.
12 is enough to wound it because it's Brazilian Stein. I'm gonna soak again. Oh my beautiful ruin. Where's it going? This one monster alive. I soak 2 of the 3, so wounds is 7, shock is now 8.
How many wounds?
We don't
More
know.
than that.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing is, trying to grasp at you. You tactical dodge roll back between the columns, and then you keep running. You stop, take a knee, pull out sniper rifle, and fire at this thing. You hit something real fleshy, and there's it's a ripping canyon that you pull out of its body. But then the flesh reforms, and there's a new tentacle that pops out of the wound. It's real fucking weird. Some warpy ass bullshit. Is that all of you having moved?
I believe so.
Okay, these guys are going to move here, and the two groups are going to form into a new super group of cultists.
Got that shotgun.
These 2 groups continue to fire at each other, and conscripts go down. Over here, your boy conscripts come next to you, and they're like picking the auto pistols of the cultists up and their knives and form a barrier around Lycus Santoro. And some guy's like, this guy's name is Lycus Santoro, he's cool. And someone's just like, I ain't seen him at the Festival of Fists before. He an outsider? Someone's just like, I think he's from the Hive. Everyone's just like, oh, Hive folk.
Good old boys.
This group right here continues to threaten and fire on people in this area, as does this cultist group right here.
Like a Shintoro, that's the name of a shitty folk if I ever heard one.
The final group of cultists fires on the civilians in the stands, scoring a few more kills with their auto guns.
We should probably call this in at some point too.
I mean, yeah,
That might be a good idea.
That'd probably be a great idea.
Busy at the moment.
At the beginning of the turn, I still have a chaos spawn, so I generate a ruin. Your chameleon cloak drops, and all of the portals turn off. Whatever is generating this fog stops, but the fog hasn't dissipated yet. And your connection to the warp, your psychic powers, are gone, Eshairr.
And this is why we no longer have the Tears of Aisha in our benefit. Farseers can no longer see us.
Yeah, that's why. The Chaos Cultists see what's happening, and there is some measure of fear and panic among them. They're just like, what the fuck just happened?
I feel like it shut off just as Lycus is about to start graffitiing all over this ritual circle.
Probably should still do that anyways.
Yeah.
I want to maybe seize it. What's it cost to seize the initiative with an elite?
2 points.
That's in play.
You wanna
No, you guys
that
are first then. Go ahead.
Can I go?
Yeah, I think that you should go, Antipho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll blast that giant chaos spawn with my arc pistol again.
Okay. It has a +2 defense bonus this time around. Because you're shooting at it through heavy cover.
But it isn't at large, so
Yes, you get +2 dice.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't lower the difficulty. It just raises your expectations.
So you
All
need
right.
to get 4.
And I'll aim. So that's +3 dice. So that'll give me 11.
So you're not going to move
Are
then?
you within 12 meters?
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
you get +1 dice for point blank range.
So that's 12, and I'm not going to move. No. I'm going to try and bring this thing down. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see what we can do. Shit, I got a 1 on the wrath die.
That's good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Okay, so you can still shift your. Do you need a 4? Did you hit or? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you can shift 2 of your dice for extra.
You
damage.
are restrained in the process.
Okay, I'm restrained. So I can shift 2, so that'll give me 3 ED. So 3D.
You stepped in dead
Which will
cultist.
give me 2, 4, 5 extra damage. So we're looking at 19 damage.
Stepped in a pothole because cultists aren't very good at lawn maintenance.
19 damage, you say?
19 damage.
Put them some cold giblets.
You're sure about that number?
Yeah. So it's 14, and then I rolled 2 6s and a 5 on the extra damage dice. So,
Okay. I mean, even Soak will not save this thing. It is super dead. You arc pistol it, and its whole body explodes and electrical bits, and it's cooking off in midair. You can smell it as it happens. It's the least glorious. It's like sewage barbecue. There's some
Like some of
sickly
it just
sweet
lands
tang.
on me.
Sewage firework would be
Yeah.
a great name for like a punk band.
It's definitely it smells to you like the tang of southern barbecue combined with a rotten orange grove.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's horrendous.
I live in Florida. I have smelled these things.
Restrained is going to give you a -2 defense die as long as you remain restrained. You have to forfeit your next move action, and you cannot run or sprint. Train yourself.
Okay.
I mean, that makes your defense like 1 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have super team cultists here, take their turn. 6 inches, and then fire upon. So if they're within 20, they are.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Let's begin the killing time, one would say. So they need to hit a 1, and they're currently... They have enough members to do 1, 2.
You got what, 12?
Yeah, they have 12 members, so it'll go up to 11.
One hell of a
They'll get
sword.
plus 5 to shoot, so it's going to end up being 10 to hit with. 10. Sorry, 10 dice. Not bad, not bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the spawn. Remove him. Certainly hit, but I only have a +1 to damage.
Oh, shucks.
So probably not going to deal enough to hurt you. That is 9.
Not enough.
Doesn't that meet your defense? Oh no, you have a 10.
Nope.
All right, 10. So I really needed an extra upshift, real bad, and I didn't get it. I know. I even have this huge group of people firing on you at long range. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 12 people running towards you, guns pressed out at arm length extension, firing auto pistols as fast as they can reload them. That's it for them. I turn it back over to you, friends.
Do one of you guys want to go, or do you want me to go?
I'm not needed for anything in particular.
Yeah, you can go.
Is it an action to take out the last gun?
It's a half action, so you could, if you don't move, you could still fire, for example.
Okay. I kind of want to do two things. I'm going to mark on the spot I'm at.
Yeah.
Do a take out the las gun, and then I'm going to fire onto those cultists. I think it's
so you're double actioning.
Essentially.
Okay. So you'll take a penalty for that. You extinguish that spot in its power. Cultists have a defense of 3.
So then you get a 5.
You do not.
Don't even get a 5.
You want a wrath?
Not really. Not necessary at the moment.
Shocking. Very well. In the process, these very fine cultists up top here, they hit you?
I'm very far away.
Yeah, they absolutely can hit you.
Okay.
You're not that
Remember,
far.
you can shoot W range as well, just at long range.
Yeah, they have a 48 range, so they can absolutely hit. 5. They're gonna salvo for +3, so that's 8. They have an extra guy giving them 9. Rapid fire only gives a bonus if they're within half range, right? People are not in their head. I'm gonna assume
That's correct. So yeah.
7, 8, 9 dice. Salvo time. That is 5. What's your defense?
3.
Okay, so I hit with an upshift. Good salvo. You were
I have a resilience of 8.
not very helpful. I hit you for 8, so please take 1 soak. Finally, you take some damage as these fellow enforcers of law begin spraying you down at high speed with autoguns. There's no real aim action involved. It's just kind of holding down the trigger and spraying in your general direction. Bullets are clanging all around you. Your new farmer buddies are just like, Mr. President! in front of you. They don't actually manage to stop any of the bullets, but you have that one bullet that goes past your cheek and causes a little tiny cut.
The perfect graze.
Yeah, the perfect graze. Friends, back to your turn.
Gonna go for it. Atomic.
I'm debating if I want to move further to the right and engage those guys up to the north, or if I want to double back and try and drag Antipho's ass into cover.
I feel like we want to thin that herd over there.
Yeah, I can do that too. Move up there and then just light them up.
I can thin the herd.
I mean, look.
Antipho comes around the corner holding a chain gun.
I have this strong feeling you don't want to be in that position.
A drum kit with a sick beat starts playing in slow motion as he begins firing.
I just feel bad for everybody standing near me because I'm essentially just manhandling like a Browning M2 heavy machine gun.
Yeah.
This is pretty much what a heavy stubber is.
I mean, it probably looks about the size of a regular.
I mean, in a lot of the like models and stuff, it's literally just a Browning M2. See, what do you have to make to get up to run? Like, if you have to make that check to recover, right? Is
yes.
That's your action to do that?
Yes, it takes an action to start that.
Okay.
And he can't move next turn anyway because he is restrained. He automatically loses his move.
Then I am going to double back to assist my comrade in arms here.
You want to try to pull him out using a strength test? Are you going to make any other checks after this? Or this is your whole thing? You're just pulling him up?
Yeah, I'll pull him up.
Okay.
I'll do it. So,
all right, so it's just difficulty 4.
Let's watch me fuck this up.
Start dragging him behind cover. You succeed. You drag him out of what I assume maybe there is some kind of like leftover guns and stuff, and like his foot is caught in 2 different rifles that have been shattered, and he's just like, pain so bad, my foot hurts really badly, and you're over there and you just snap the gun in half off of his foot,
grab him by the collar and just start pulling him back.
So
I've still got an inch of movement too, so I could if I grab him, I see him move.
So you get your defense back, but you still have lost your move this turn,
yeah,
Antipho.
You're in cover at least, so
that's fine.
So you're over by me. You're mostly in cover now. Better than you were.
We'll call it 1 cover instead of 2.
All right.
Regular cover.
Regular cover. Regular basic bitch cover.
Regular null. Regular.
It's the half shield instead of the full shield.
Yeah, it's got that half cover. All right. Yeah, that'll be me for that one.
What have I acted with so far? I did these guys. I did these guys. Next up, I guess, is this guy.
Yeah, that one guy.
That you really have cover versus this person.
Probably
There's not a lot that they can do up there. They are, however, gonna keep firing because they reloaded.
He can attempt to look useful. He's really trying to get that employee of the month, award. So
I mean, the employee of the month reward is being turned into
the other 3 in line are taken
bomb.
out, so his shots are his chances are pretty good.
5.
Foreign worshiper of the month.
I think we're
he's in
gonna have
half
to
range, so another 1, and rapid fire will give him another 1.
That's enough.
Yes, it is.
You can have 2 upshifts.
Very well.
Wait, no, 1 upshift.
What's your defense?
3.
Yeah, him pulling you out really helped you out.
Yeah, he's up right now. Yeah. Look, I might not agree with his inefficient use of ammunition, but he is on my side.
0 damage. This person blazes away.
I'm showing some fire control this time.
Yeah, I know. Look, you're not bad for a basic bitch human, all right?
All right, I'll move back into cover here.
Okay.
And then take a shot at this group up here.
Very well.
Knock him off like dominoes.
Yep. So I need 9 dice plus 1 for point blank range.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
It's a 250 meter range, so
Yeah, 150 meters. So it's
see,
25 meter point blank range.
Audience, I intentionally made this map super huge so we could have cool sniper stuff, and now we get cool sniper stuff.
What's their ability to hit?
2, 3. Defense is 3.
Okay, so that will hit. One is automatically killed because of a critical hit.
I get a ruin. Thank you.
Yep, and the damage on the next one will be so 12. Yeah. Plus 2 extra dice for the sniper. Right. So 14 damage.
14.
They are
Fuck,
all
man.
dead.
Yeah.
No, they're not all dead because
It
I
only
have-
applies
I-
to the first one.
Yeah, it only applies to the first one. Yeah.
Very well. Then he's dead. Very dead. Did you guys have anyone else, or you've all acted, correct?
We've all acted.
We have a lot.
Oh, we've all acted.
Yeah.
Then
Good
let
old
me
boys and
check
girls.
my notes here. This guy dies on catching some bullets for Antipho as this group splits fire. And this guy dies. At the end of the round, the following things happen. Sorry, that should actually be purple. Your Camellia Line cloak comes back into existence as if nothing has ever happened. At the same time, enough sacrifices and heresies have happened to summon a new chaos spawn.
Oh fuck.
Whatever is generating the smog and mist in the middle area kicks back in as well. We will begin the 4th round of combat when we return from an 8-minute break. Friends, shit is real here. Antipho is not salvoing. People are dying left and right. Chaos spawn are coming out. What could be in that mist? What big bad boy is waiting there? Or is it just like some guy with a knife, just like, oh boy, can't wait for someone to come through the knife so I could stab him in the gut? We'll find out more as the machinations of Khorne become more apparent to us. Stick around.